right, here we go. Warm-ups are underway. Getting ready to start. It's a win and you're in game. Both teams coming in at 1 and 2. So the winner is in, the loser is out. Santos in goal for the Flyers. Russo and Smith both here, so we'll see who gets to start. I'm going to assume Russo had an absolute phenomenal game this morning in a 2-1 loss to the Hawks. They are sitting at undefeated. But was stellar in net. We'll need the same performance today from one of the two of them. We'll see who gets to start. Going to look up some of the tournament stats here for the Flyers, see where we're standing. So Santa Clara Flyers 1 and 2. They have scored 11 goals, given up 13, so a -2 goal differential. The Knights have scored 8, given up 10, -2. So everything is set up even in the tiebreakers, except for penalty minutes. We are leading in that, but the Junior Jacks are trying to catch us. So if we play smart, we might give them an opportunity at it. But they hold the tiebreaker anyway since they beat us Friday night. So 3 teams are pretty much set in this thing. It looks like North Shores, which we played this morning, 2-1 loss. Wichita, looks like they're going to be in. They're sitting at 2-1. Junior Jacks sitting at 2-1, hold the tiebreaker over us. So here we go. Santa Clarita Flyers from California. They made a nice little trip over here. Not quite as far as the Canadians that we played this morning, but thanks for bringing the cold weather down. It's nice and chilly here in Dallas. Flyers have 2 goaltenders rostered, but I'm only seeing one, Santos, so he is most definitely getting the start. Just over a minute left in warm-ups. All right, warm-ups are complete. We are ready to get this thing underway. Win and you're in. Santa Clarita Flyers and the Kansas City Knights. Quick sprint across the ice by the Flyers there. Getting in a last-second warm-up after the time's expired. All right, Russo will head over to the left. Santos off to the right. Knights are going to bring out Braun and Brown for the defense. Looks like the diaper dandies are out here for the Knights. Heath, JC, and Bakta, familiar with each other, play with each other on that Bantam AA team also. Face-off comes to the Flyers. JC will give chase. Flyers retreat back behind the net. Pressured by JC, forechecked by Bakta. Makes an early pass. Now Braun will send it in. This will be an icy no arm in the air. Santos will touch this one. Bounce it off back behind the net. JC got to the puck, takes a shot while Santos was still trying to come back around into the crease. Goes wide. Flyers bring it down into the Knight zone. Now stolen by Bakta. Back checked by the Flyers. They'll get the steal in their own zone. Drop pass there to their D. Now they'll work on their breakout. Cross-ice pass. Bounces off the wall. Now backhanded right up the middle. Split right between the defense. Braun will bring him right. Shot goes high up over the net. Wrapped around the boards all the way back out in the neutral zone. Now slapped down into the Flyer zone. This will be chased by Heath. He'll get the back check on. Pestering up against the wall. Makes him put on the brakes. Now here comes Fortner. Flyers with a quick breakout pass up the left-hand side. Big check there by Prazel. In comes Fortner. Loose puck. There's cleared by the Flyers. This is not an icing as they slung that down. Now here comes Fortner chasing behind the net. Here comes Neal. He goes for the check. Misses on that one. Slams into the boards. Puck still in the Flyer zone. Now they'll clear it out in the neutral zone. Miller will bring it up the left-hand side. We got a penalty coming up. Touched up there by Russo. This will be on the Knights. We're going to get a trip. This is going to be, I believe, on Fortner. Michael Fortner, 2 minutes for tripping. Power play will go to the Flyers. Frederick and Prazel in on the defense. This will be Larson and Smith to work on killing off the power play. Wiggins will come into the center spot for the Flyers. Larson for the Knights. Larson wins it back. That goes to Frederick. He'll try to clear it. Held in by the Flyers. Bounces one off of the ref. Now pops up in the air into the corner. Brought up high by the Flyers. They'll skate in towards the center, takes a shot, bounces one off their own player, goes off into the corner. Flyers send it back behind the net. Comes over near side, pressured by Larson. This will come out into the neutral zone. Pressured by Smith, makes an early pass. Now Smith back checking, stays with it. Loose puck comes to Larson, now stolen by the Flyers at the red line. They'll dump it down into the night zone. Round the back of the net, Flyers get it in the corner. Prazel will retreat back towards the center now. Quick pass, bounces off the stick out into the neutral zone. Flyers will have to get back onside. Pressured by Larson, they'll go D to D. Now they'll come D to D back near side. Bring it up the left-hand side of the winger. That'll be Wiggins. He'll put on the brakes as they get a line change, and they'll send it back into their own zone for a little time and space to get things set up. 12:20 remaining in the first. 55 seconds remaining on the Flyers power play. Stolen by Larson. Nice job by Larson. He'll bring it in the right. Takes a quick shot, bounces it right off the shin guards of the Flyers, grabs it behind the net. Smith will go in there and dig. Flyers come away with a quick shot by Larson. As he poked at it, Santos jumps on top of it. They'll blow a dead face-off in the Flyer zone. Knights will get some new legs out here. Here comes Goins. Here comes Chikini. Brownie will check in. Braun's already in there. Face-off goes to the Flyers. Back behind their net. Hard off the glass around the boards. Pops out in the neutral zone. They'll get this one on the fly. Miller will bring it in, loses the puck, now comes up against the wall. Braun will try to clear it, and we're going to get a high sticking. And that'll go back to a face-off down in the Flyer zone. Goins steps into the center. Flyers get the face-off win. They'll peel back in the corner, hard off the boards, wrapped around, up the right-hand side. Here come the Flyers. Cross-ice pass tipped by Goins, but grabbed by Miller. Miller skate in, he'll take a shot wide of the net. Comes over near side, sent back down low. Now Braun will battle for it. Loose puck, that comes to Brown. Brown will flick it off the boards, and we're going to get icing.
Lincoln Chikini, number 92. You're watching Knights hockey.
Knights killed off that penalty by Fortner. This will bring in Goins, Chikini, and the baby Fortner. As I got some laughs about that this morning. Younger brother Matthew. Brown will grab it behind the net. Sends it off the board. Ooh, back check right in the back. Fortner goes down. And the Flyers are going to get a penalty on that one as they cross-check Matthew Fortner in the back. Knights will go to the power play. Oh, and they're going to give him a misconduct on that, so that'll be a 10-2. So he won't be eligible to come back until into the second period. Somebody else will jump over the wall, serve that penalty. Here comes Dunlap, Banks, JC, Michael Fortner, and Bakta. Fortner and Bakta will be on the defense. Right up front, JC saves Santos. Pops right back up to Michael Fortner. He'll take it in the corner on the up by the blue line. Now he'll skate down, rotates it, cycles it over to JC. Peels back to his forehand, takes a shot over the net, rebound, shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 16, Hoyt Banks. From number 9, Jackson JC. And the Knights get a power play goal with 10:42 remaining in the first. Take the lead 1-0. Flyers take the face-off win. Now they'll look for the quick cross-ice pass, pestered by Dunlap. Now they'll peel back a little time and space into their own zone. Clanks one off the wall, up ahead. That'll tap into the Knight zone. This is grabbed by Dunlap. Quick shot, rebound, shoots, and scores. I think the Knights actually knocked that one into their own net. I'm not sure if that was Russo's stick or somebody else's. They took a shot. Russo initially had the save, and then it got slapped in. Flyers tie it at 1. So Neal will come in along with Michael Fortner. Dunlap went to the bench, but now he'll climb back over. This is normally the line they work. Frederick and Morrison. Dunlap pulls out of center. Fortner will take this one. Comes to Dunlap. Now slap down, grab by the Flyers. Cross ice into their own zone. Bounces out into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Miller. Pestered by Neal. They'll dump it out into the Knight zone. Off into the near corner. Back behind the net. Mo will poke at it. Loose puck up against the wall. Now pinned by Mo. Pops out, grabbed by Dunlap as he raced behind the net. He'll get it ahead to Fortner. Fortner up the right, Neal to the left. Neal goes to the front of the net. Fortner brings it in, takes a shot. Santos jumps on top of it. And we're going to get a cross check. On Dunlap. This will bring it back into the Knight zone. Flyers back to another power play. Knights a good job of limiting the penalties in the last game. Have a couple quick ones already, and the Flyers back to the power play. Tied up, grabbed by the Flyers right up front. They'll go D to D near side. Over to Franklin. Franklin looking, peels back over right. Slapper goes way wide of the net. Grabbed by the Flyers far side. Pulls back right between Smith. Now Larson will poke at it. Franklin will go over, holds it in for the Flyers. Kicks it back down low. Comes behind the net. Grabbed by the Flyers. Braun's right there. Brown posting up in front. Trying to keep the front of the net clear. Russo poking at him too as they're jumping right in front now. It's pressured by Brown. Up against the wall. Loose puck. Flyers grab it in the far corner. Skates in, now cleared out, grabbed by Brown. They'll clear it out. Franklin will hold it in. We're going to get another cross check. This one's going to be on the Flyers, and that'll neutralize out the power play. So we'll skate 4-on-4. Bench along with Bakta. Who else is out there? Fortner. So Dunlap and Fortner, Braun and Brown. They're going to give him roughing. Dunlap and Miller step into the center. Dunlap sends it off to the side. This will be grabbed by Brown. He'll send it around the boards. Franklin quickly over for the Flyers, holds it in. Now Braun will send it out in the neutral zone. This will be grabbed by Franklin. They'll come D to D near side, right back to Franklin far side. Quick up the ice, chip down into the zone by Miller. This will be over to Braun. Braun will grab it in the corner. Chips it off the boards. That bounces off a ref. Franklin tries to save it. Oh, nice job by Franklin. Holds it in for the Flyers. Good thing because Dunlap and Fortner were both racing for that. They were going to go 2-on-1 down to the other end. Flyers around the back of the net. Off into the wing. Skates into the middle. Shot. Rebound. Can't be grabbed by the Flyers. And now we're going to get nets off. Russo had lost his twig. Now they'll set it back into its place. It's kicked off back and to the side. A lot of action was right there in front. Now Bogdan JC will come in along with Mo and Frederick. Knights will get a clean line change here. 1:19 remaining on the Flyers power play. Bogdan wins it down in the corner. Frederick grabs this one, can't get a clean shot off. Grabbed by Miller. He'll send it up to Franklin. Franklin tried to get it back to Miller, hit a bad spot on the ice, now chipped out in the neutral zone. Grabbed by the Flyers, pressured by Bakta. Bakta continues to work it. Now loose puck. Almost grabbed there by JC. This will be grabbed by Miller. Miller will bring it in up the right-hand side. Flyers send it down deep. Wraps around the boards into the corner. They'll cycle it up the boards. Brings it over to Franklin. Franklin will send it back down low into the corner. Wrapped around the boards it goes again. Frederick will race after this one. Flyers hold it in. Down in the corner. They're looking. Look out back door. Back door. Oh, nice save by Russo. He'll grab that one with his glove. Laying on the ice. Did you get it? Okay. So we should be back live. If you want to catch some of the action in between, go back and look at it off the recording. Not a whole lot happened. A couple penalties, stuff like that. Larson comes in. Frederick and Mo stay out there on the defense. Can't see who the Knights player is over there. Other side. Oh, that's Goins. Comes to the Flyers. Backhander saved by Russo. Goes down into the corner. Larson will work for it. Flyers come away with it. Send it back. Bad bounce off the wall for the Flyers. Clearing pass can't get cleared there by Frederick. Flyers hold it in. Comes up high. They'll cycle it down into their wing. Back up high to their D. Skates in off to their far wing. Takes a shot. Saved by the Knights. Now grabbed by Mo. Mo will try to clear it. Can't get it out of the zone. Goins will chase after. They'll skate to the middle. Now they'll cross it up to their far D. That's the end of the power play for the Flyers out in the neutral zone. They'll have to regroup and get back on side, pressured by Fortner. Loose puck. Oh, almost grabbed by Fortner. There's Goins with a shot saved by Santos off the backhander from Goins. Now Fortner will work it down into the corner, battling for the puck. Larson comes in. Goins is right there waiting for it. Down goes one of the Flyers. Down goes Goins. Fortner comes away with it. Now it comes to Larson. Larson clean in the corner. Centers it up front. Backhander by Fortner. Saved by Santos again. Here come the Flyers up the right. Chips it off the glass. Down into the Knight zone. Pressured by Frederick. Puck goes behind the net. Oh, big check. Down goes Big Mo. Grabbed by Larson. Larson will bring it up the right. Chips it down into the Flyer zone. They're going to wave this one. Larson will chase after it. Flyers got it. Brings it up the right. Tipped out into the neutral zone. Backhander by King will go down into the corner. Mo will chase after it. Miller will get there first. Miller into the corner. Pulls back. Pressured by Larson. Pressured by Larson. Comes to his forehand. Miller takes a shot wide of the net. Clanks off the back of the boards. Comes up high. Kick back down low by the Flyers. 9:05 remaining the second, tied at 1. Flyers got it in the corner. Pressured by Frederick. Round the back of the net. Tries to center it up front. Gets deflected, still controlled back behind the net. Now they're looking, centers it up front. Poked away there by Big Mo. Kicked off to the side, grabbed by Miller. Popped up in the air. Oh, big check by Fortner. Quick shot, blocker saved by Russo. Now this will be grabbed by Bakta behind the net. Knights will finally get it out of the zone. Up the left-hand side. Pulls back to the middle. Now comes back to the left. Bakta by himself. Takes it down deep. Right back to his forehand. Backhands one. Santos with the save. Kicked off to the side. Here comes JC in there. I believe that was JC. And now we're going to get a penalty on Bakta. Cross check came up high from Bakta right into the chin of one of the Flyers players. Bakta will go to the sin bin. Flyers to the power play. Face off in the Knight zone.
This game is brought to you by Power Electric. Power puts people first.
Larson, Smith, Brown, and Braun. Two-minute cross check by Chase Bakta. Face-off grab by the Flyers. Comes up high. They'll toe the blue line. Skates in. Forehand shot. Saved by Russo. Kicked out. That'll go to Smith. Cleared out by Larson into the neutral zone. Now into the Flyer zone. Smith will forecheck. Franklin with the puck, kicks it off to the right. Now quick outlet pass right up the gut. Pass Larson right through the middle. Right around left, drop pass. So quick shot jumped on by Russo.
Bo Smith, 77. You're watching Knights Hockey.
Larson will step into center. Tied up at the dot, now kicked off by the Flyers up high. Toes the blue line. Takes a quick shot, deflected up front by Brown. Backhander by Larson, popped up in the air. Arms in the air. They're going to call icing on this. Nope, they'll wave it off as it's slow rolled right to the end. Up, chipped out over the glass into the fans. Here comes the senior Fortner. He'll grab this puck. Oh, the young kid was looking for a souvenir. Boo, Fortner. Here comes Dunlap. He'll step into the center spot. Flyers win it over to King. Cycled back to King in the corner. Dunlap's right there. They'll take it back behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Now for Dunlap will go get a forecheck. Makes an early pass. This comes to Franklin. Franklin cross ice quickly over to the left-hand side. Flyers come in. Tries to get it to Miller in the center. Blocked away there by Frederick. That comes to JC. JC, trying to get it to Fortner, but stays in the Flyers zone. Centered up front. Saved by Russo off the deflection of Miller. And there's going to be another penalty. This one's going to be on Fortner. And check in the back. This will be on Fortner. And a misconduct. So this will be a 5-on-3. Smith, Brown, and Braun. 39 seconds. Now they'll get the 2 minutes up for Fortner. Face-off tied up at the dot. Flyers come away with it. Now they'll chip it up the boards. This will come to Miller. Miller across ice. Quickly to Franklin. Saved by Russo. Smith stays after it. And now we're going to get whistle. They blow it dead. I think this might be a no, I thought they were calling a penalty. Face-off will come out to neutral ice. Maybe it was a hand pass. Smith will step into the center spot once again. Grabbed by the Flyers, comes to Braun. Braun takes a quick one right into the Flyers bench. Doinked off the helmet of one of the Flyers players. Now they'll face it off down low into the night zone. Smith will take this face-off. Grabbed by the Flyers, skates in, quick shot. Russo with a save. They'll cover it up. 14 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Now Larson will climb over. He'll come and take over for Smith. Flyers come away with it. Right up front, quick shot, saved by Russo. Goes off to the corner, 8 seconds, 7, 6. Brings it up high to Franklin. Skates in, sends it off to the wing. Quick shot, saved by Russo. 5-on-4, Smith comes back in, grabs it off the deflection off the wall. Takes it down into the Flyer zone, now stolen by the Flyers. They'll put on the brakes. Smith will chase them around the back of the net. Here he'll come up the right-hand side. Flyers will ice this one. They'll come back to the Flyer zone. Minute 4 left on the power play for the Flyers. 5:53 remaining in the second, tied at 1. Larson, Morrison, and Brown, along with Smith. Tied up at the dot, loose puck, grabbed by the Flyers. They'll come, put on the brakes, back behind the net, behind Santos. Now quick eyes, outlet pass up the left-hand side, brought into the Knight zone. Comes up front, saved by Russo off the quick wrister. Face-off brought to you by CK Print Design. Face-off goes off to the far side. Brown will chip it up the boards. Held in by the Flyers. Off to the wing. Now they'll cycle it over high point D. They'll take a shot high up over the net. Out into the neutral zone it comes. They'll have to get back onside. Controlled by the Flyers. 30 seconds remaining. Sauced up in the air. Smith will work the back check. Brought into the Knight zone. To the backhand. Centered up front. Poked away by Russo. Cleared by Smith. Now Larson will chase after it. Legs a little heavy. Wasn't going very fast, but gets to the puck. Continues to hold it up against the board. 10 seconds. Grabbed by the Flyers. Poke checked by JC. They're battling down in the corner. Now they finally get separated. Almost stolen there by JC. King will bring it in for the Flyers. Knights are back to full strength. Whiffs on the shot. Now cleared by Morrison. Here comes Bakta. Bakta will race after it. Grabbed by the Flyers, but Bakta stays with it. Now gets the steal in the corner. Comes to his forehand. Crosses ice. Over to Heath. Takes a shot. Santos with the save. Nice stick lift by Bakta. Holds it in. Now to JC. Big check up against the wall. Flyers come away with it. Wrap it behind the net. Far side. This will come over to Miller. Pressured by Brown. Now stolen by Bakta as Miller went down. Tripped over his own skate. Now cleared up. Morrison up to Jackson JC. He'll take a shot. Deflected right into the glove of Santos.
This game is brought to you by Meineke Car Care Centers of Kansas City. Trust your keys with Meineke.
Frederick and Braun come in on the defense. Bakta, Heath, and Jackson JC on the forward line. Bakta steps into center. Heath to the left, JC to the right. One down in the corner, grabbed by the Flyers. Deflected, comes right to Bakta. Quick shot, that goes wide left. Comes up the boards. This will be grabbed by Bakta once again. Held in by Frederick. He'll bounce one off of Miller. Braun will step in, holds it down low. This comes to JC. JC will send it up high to Bakta. Bakta sends it down into the corner. Back over to Heath. Poke checked away. Heath stays with it, working it up against the boards. Kicked right out front. Now the Flyers will send it in the neutral zone. This will come to Braun. Braun will wait till everybody gets onside, sends it back into the Flyer zone, bounces off the wall, goes right to Santos' stick. Now they'll cycle it down low. Franklin behind the net, puts on the brakes. Being back-checked, stolen by Jackson JC. He'll skate to the forehand, sends it over just out in front of Heath. He'll take a shot, goes wide of the net, comes over near side. This will be Frederick. Frederick sends it down low, wrapped around the back of the net. Here's Goins. JC continues to work it. Goins comes and puts a hip in. Puck's pinched up against the boards. Let's see who comes away with it. Now it's Goins right now. Down goes one of the Flyers. Goins still battling in the corner. Comes away JC. JC around the back of the net, being pressured by the Flyers. Still controlling the puck. Sends it off the boards. Tried to get it up to Frederick. Frederick will send it back down low to JC in the corner. Misses on the check, right to JC, loses the puck. Now grabbed by Chikaini. Chikaini will lose it, now popped up in the air. Grabbed by Miller for the Flyers. He'll saucer one up in the air, down into the Knight zone. This will be grabbed by Braun. Quick outlet pass behind Chikaini, and we're going to get an icing. Face-off will come back to the Knight zone. Matthew Fortner, Goins, and Chikini in here, along with Brown and Braun. Or no, that's Morrison. Brown and Morrison. Loose puck, finally poked out by Chikini over near side. Chikini up, he'll backhand it down into the Flyer zone. Goins will race after it. Flyers get there first, but Chikini gets the steal in the corner. Centers it up front, right to Fortner. Fortner stays with it, down in the left. He'll try to center one up front, bounces off a Flyer skate. They'll come the other way. Cleared over near side. Chikini finishes that check, and now we're going to get a whistle blown. Not sure why that whistle was blown. Didn't see anything. They're going to face it off neutral ice. Banks, Larson, and Smith. Morrison and Brown. Larson wins it to Morrison. He'll cross. Oh! Comes in. Shot goes high. Now cleared by the Knights. That D-to-D pass. Boy, the Flyers were just looking for that one. Now they'll blow it dead offsides. He was sneaky quick. I didn't even see him. I thought that pass was going to be just fine, too. Now Frederick will come in for Morrison. Forwards will stay the same. Face off center ice. Flyers are missing a player. They'll give him a chance to come in. Here we go. Tied up right at the dot. Everybody's digging. Flyers come away with it. And we're going to get a penalty on Frederick. Interference. And Flyers back to the power play with 1:23 remaining in the second. 2 minutes on the clock for interference, Frederick. Larson, Smith, Braun, and Brown. Larson will win it down into the corner. This will be Brown behind the net. Poke check by the Flyers. They'll come away with the steal. Centered up front, poked away there by Smith. Flyers hold it in. This is Franklin. Sends it down into the corner. Cycles up the wall. They'll cross ice over to the high post D. Steps down low now. Franklin right up center. Kicks it off. Quick shot wide of the net. Comes around the boards near side. Backhander comes out in the neutral zone. Now Smith will chase after it. Flyers get to it first. Smith will continue to chase after this. Franklin will get there. Smith putting some pressure on. And he'll get the puck. Slaps it down low behind the net. Now cleared up the boards. Flyers get it. This is Miller. He'll cross ice over to the near side. Flyers will take it in the right. Peel back for a little time and space. Brings it up to King on the D. Cycled along the boards. Now down to King in the corner. Sends it down low. Right back to King up front. Blocked up front by the Knights. Now big slapper. Blocked away there by Brown. Goes off into the corner. Cycled up 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Quick shot. Saved by Russo. Roos up front. Popped away, and that'll be one. Quick shot up front. And that's the end of the period. So after 2, we are still tied at 1. Flyers will start the period with a 37 seconds remaining on their power play. Knights have kept the sin bin full this game so far, just like my belly. Had some good papados last night and had some leftovers, and that was what was for lunch. Their crawfish etouffee platter is excellent, by the way.
The announcer's knowledge, if we tie, we make it in. Winner time, we make it in.
Oh.
Because it goes to goal differential, everything's the same, but goals against, they have 13 goals against, we have 10.
Ah, okay, okay. So Tim Bachta filling us in. So we are in with a win or a tie. Flyers are in with a win because of the tiebreakers. So first tiebreaker head-to-head, that would be a push. Next tiebreaker is goals against, and we have given up 10. They have given up 13. So tie works in our favor. So all we have to do is just not give up another goal. But hey, you know what? Let's go put a couple in the back of the net. Let's just make this thing not so dramatic when it comes to the end. Smith, Larson, Brown, Braun in on this penalty kill for the Knights. Face-off comes to Smith. Now poked away by Brown, sent into the Flyer zone. They'll backhand it out into the neutral zone. This comes right to Brown. Brown will retreat back. Saucers one over towards Smith over his stick. Flyers grab this one back in their own zone. They'll come D to D. Now kick it up the left-hand side. Smith with a back check. Now they'll lose the puck. This will come to Brown, or Braun. Braun will try to clear it up the board. Smith's right there. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins will send it off. Quick shot, saved by Russo. Off into the corner. He'll bounce one off the side of the net. Now grabbed by Larson. Larson will clear it. This is going to be an icing. They'll blow it dead just as the penalty expires. So Knights will start this face-off back to full strength. 14-16 remaining in the game. Tied at 1. Bachta, Heath, and JC come in on the forwards. Prazel and Morrison on the defense. Face-off won by Larson over to Mo. Mo now being pressured. Flyers working the steal, pinned up against the boards. Bachta will backhand it, now grab it behind the net, being pressured by the Flyers. Over to Prazel. Prazel to Heath. Heath gets a pass out to JC. Now he'll lose it right at the red line. Stays with it, pokes it down into the Flyer zone, and he'll chase after it. Flyers will get there first, wrap it around the boards. Off to the far right-hand side. Grabbed by Franklin, pressured by JC. Comes right to JC, quick shot. Santos with a save. Now he'll glove it real quick, covered up right before Bachta could reach in there and try to slap at it. Face off in the Flyer zone. 13:44 remaining in the game, tied at 1.
Colton Morrison, 19. You're watching Knights hockey.
Face off by Bachta over to the side. Heath will backhand it. Now centered up front by JC. Deflected and goes off into the corner. Bachta battling for it from JC. Bachta will skate in. Backhand Santos with the save. Now the Flyers will clear it. That goes out of play. Face-off will be in the Flyer zone. Braun and Frederick will come in for Morrison and Prazel. Forwards will stay the same with Heath, Bachta, and JC. Comes to Heath. Loses it on the forehand to the poke check by the Flyers. Here they come on a breakout. Up the right-hand side. Stays onside barely. Backhander goes wide of the net. That comes to Frederick. Frederick up the left-hand side. Pass up ahead past Heath. Now the Flyers will kick it back into neutral. Big check up against the boards, and we're going to get in offsides. Goins, Chikini, and Fortner. Face-off grab by the Flyers. They'll send it up the left-hand side. Comes right to Braun. He'll kick it back into neutral ice. Matthew with a little body check there. Takes down the bigger player. Now Frederick has it poked away. Back into the Knight zone. Grabbed by Chikini. Over to Braun. Pressured by the Flyers. Kicked up in the air. Now the Flyers will bring it back in. Braun will kick it back into the neutral ice. Chased up the boards by Chikini. Pulls back to his forehand. He'll take a shot wide of the net. Wrapped around the boards to Fortner. Fortner will take it up high to Braun. He'll send one that bounces off Fortner's stick. Goes off into the corner. Grabbed by Chikini. He'll leave it for Goins. Goins will backhand it towards Chikini. Comes around the back of the net. This will be grabbed by the Flyers. Now they'll bring it up the left-hand side. Out into neutral ice to Braun. Braun will clank it off the boards. Flyers bring it right back into the zone. Now grabbed by Braun. He's got some clear ice up the right-hand side. Braun will skate it in. Takes the shot. That's deflected. Goes wide of the net. Grabbed by the Flyers. They'll clink it off the boards. Frederick will hold it right back in. Now kick back out to neutral ice. Braun will race back for this one along with Fortner. Fortner will get to it first. Takes it up the left-hand side. Poked away there by the Flyers. Now kicked into the Flyer zone. Controlled by Franklin. He'll come D to D near side. Looking for the breakout. Pressured by Goins. Around Goins. In comes Smith. They'll backhand it down into the Knight zone. Braun will race back for this one behind the net. Clanks it off the boards trying to get it to Smith. Now pinned up against the boards. Here comes Goins. Smith still down in there somewhere. Comes out to Frederick. He'll send it up the glass. Grabbed by the Flyers. Deflected. Goes off of the glass. Back behind the net. Frederick will race after it into the corner. Loses it to the Flyers. They'll cycle it into the corner. Quick shot centered up front. Tied up by Smith. Cleared out into the neutral ice. Down into the Flyer zone. Franklin will grab this one. Back behind the net. Chikini right up front. Franklin keels off the left-hand side. Now cycles it up the boards. This will come right to Brown. Brown will saucer it back into the Flyer zone. Big check missed. Goes straight into the glass by the Flyers. Pressured by Smith. Back around the back of the net by the Flyers. Comes back near side. Smith continues to forecheck. Gets the puck to Larson. Now Larson will lose his twigs. Flyers have got it. They'll cross ice pass to the right-hand side. Now the back check will come by Banks. Banks will slow that up, and we're going to get an offsides. .10:27 remaining in the game. Tied at 1. Bach to JC. Heath in, along with Prazel and Brown. Face-off comes to Prazel. Prazel will send it up the boards, gets it to Heath. Heath will touch it over to Bachta. Bachta will bring it in to his forehand. Dumps it down into the corner. Brown will chase after this one. Flyers get to it first. Puts on the brakes. Now they got it a little time and space down low. Now pressured by JC. They'll send the pass behind the net. That comes right to Heath. Right up front to JC. Back to Bachta. Santos will jump on top of it. They'll blow a dead face-off in the Flyer zone. .10:02 remaining in the game. Face-off brought to you by CK Print Design. One down low by Bachta. Sends it down into the corner. Now the Flyers will grab it. Send it around the board. This comes to Heath. Now the Flyers will grab it. Up the right-hand side. Chips it right past Prazel. Down low. Brown will chase after it. Gets to it down in the corner. Sticks are flying. Russo's lost his. Back behind the net. Centered up front. Quick shot. Deflecting, goes off into the corner. Brought up high. Big check after by JC. Prazel had given Russo his stick. Now Russo has time to get his own. Round the back of the net. Pressured by JC. Out into the neutral zone. This will be grabbed by Braun. Braun quickly up to Bachta. Bachta backhand red. JC shoots. Scores! Kansas City goal! Number 9, Jackson JC. From number 5, Chase Bakta. And number 90, Braden Braun. And with 9:04 remaining in the game, Knights have jumped out in front 2-1. Banks, Smith, and Larson step in. Face-off comes to Braun. Braun looking, now a cross-ice pass to Banks. Banks will skate it in up the right. To his forehand, quick shot. That's deflected. Poked away by Santos, back into the corner to Banks. Banks will peel back, loses it up front, comes right to Frederick, quick shot, deflected, right to Smith. Smith whiffs on the shot, now it's deflected over the net. Centered up front, grabbed by the Flyers. They'll bring it up the right-hand side. Frederick will force him right. Around Frederick, skates it in with some speed. Quick shot, saved by Russo, cleared. Oh, ref blew it dead, thought Russo was on top of it. Face-off will be in the Knight zone. 8:32 remaining in the game.
This game is brought to you by Meineke Car Care Centers of Kansas City. Trust your keys with Meineke.
This will be Fortner, Neal, and Dunlap finally getting that line back out there. Flyers win it. They'll take a shot. Deflected, goes up into the netting. Russo looks up at Frederick as he ran into Russo himself. This is going to come out to center ice, so Dunlap step back into center, says something to Neal over there on the left, Fortner to the right. Flyers come away with it, quick shot, that's deflected off Frederick. Now a quick shot goes wide of the net. Grabbed by Braun behind the net. He'll get it up, trying to get it to Fortner. Flyers hold it in. Right up front. Deflected off into the corner by Frederick. Now they'll battle for the puck down in the corner. Pops out, comes towards Neal. Flyers hold it in as they poke it away. Right down the blue line comes the pass. Quick shot right into the glove of Russo. They'll blow it dead. Fresh legs for the Knights. Morrison Brown. Bakta, JC, Heath. Face-off will come near side in the Knight zone. 7:59 remaining in the game. 2-1 Knights. Tied up, kicked by the Flyers, now sent, saved by Russo, goes off into the corner. Backhander coming up right at the blue line, that's kicked out, now grabbed by JC. JC will skate up the right, he's got Heath to the center, tries to center to Heath, shot saved by Santos, nice pass, nice shot, nice save. Bakta steps back into center, tied up right at the dot, comes to the Flyers. Oh, poked away, comes right of the net. Now Franklin will grab it, down low, pressured, comes right to Heath, shoots wide of the net. Grabs JC, grabbed by JC. He'll cycle it back behind the net. Sends it up the boards to Mo. Mo will send one, deflected, goes off into the corner. Heath's right there, pokes at it. Franklin will dig at it. Here's JC in there, tying it up. 7:15 remaining in the game. He's digging. JC's digging. Bakta waiting for it to pop out. Franklin's got it pinned. Now to finally come out right to Heath. He'll come behind the net. Looking to pick up the puck. Loses that. Here come the Flyers the other way. Nice back check by Bakta. Slows it up. JC will hold it in right at the blue line. He's got Heath down low. Loses the puck here. To a little body check. Now the Flyers will send it far side. Pressured by Bakta. Pops out in the neutral zone. Grabbed by the Flyers up the right. Brown will retreat back. They'll look to center it. Tied up, centered up front. Now grabbed by JC. He'll saucer back to Heath. Heath will bring it up the left. Puts on the break, pulls back, centers it up front, trying to get it to Bakta. Goes past him over to the near side. Bakta will grab this one. Gets knocked down on a little body check. Now here comes Fortner. He'll knock one in. with a little hip check. Flyers come away with the puck. They'll send it up the right-hand side. Heath with the block. Now we're going to get an offsides. Heath took that one right in the ankle. Now fresh legs for the Knights. This will be Chikine and Goins, along with Fortner. Frederick and Braun on the defense. The seniors. Won by the Flyers. D to D. Now they'll bring it up the right-hand side. This is Miller. Centers it up front. Comes right to Frederick. Frederick will backhand it up to Chikine. He'll backhand saucer it out in the neutral zone. Grabbed by the Flyers. Sent back into the neutral zone. Now we're going to get an offsides.
I'm Brett Dunlap, number 88, and you're watching Knights Hockey.
Smith, Bank, and Larson will step over the wall for the forwards. We'll leave Braun and Brown out there, or Braun and Frederick out there. Face-off kicked into the Flyers zone. Now Larson will take it deep down into the corner. Loses it back behind the net, but there's Smith there. He'll send it right back to Larson. Pops back up. Braun will step. Flyers deflect it down into the Knight zone. Frederick will race back quickly, grab it behind the net. Bounces one near side towards Smith. Smith will backhand it, comes right to the Flyers, pulls back, sends it back into the corner. They'll cycle it, 5:25. Up high to the D. Now they'll go D to D. Far right-hand side, kicked out into the center. This is by King, pressured by Hoyt. Banks, shot goes wide of the net, comes off into the corner. Now pressured by Larson and Smith. Now Larson will clear. Oh, just past Banks. Arms in the air. He'll race after it. They're going to call icing. Face-off will come back to the Knight zone. 5:05 remaining in the game. Here comes Prazel. Here comes Brown. Fortner, Bakta, and JC will come in on this line. Bakta will step into center. Bakta wins it down into the corner to Brown. He'll backhand it behind the net over towards Prazel. Prazel up the boards towards Fortner. Fortner right to Bakta out into the neutral zone. Now it bounces to Fortner. This will be grabbed by JC. He gets pinched right in the middle, loses the puck. Down into the corner, hard off the boards, back around behind the net by the Flyers. 4:45 remaining in the game. Flyers will send one. This is going to be an icing. Face-off in the Flyers zone with 4:40 remaining in the game. Knights leading 2-1. Bakta, Fortner, JC on the forwards. Brown and Prazel. Face-off comes to Fortner, right back to Bakta. He'll pull it back down into the corner. Loses it up to the Flyers. They'll cross ice over near side. Pressured by JC. Down deep into the corner. JC will still continue to put pressure on. Loose puck, grabbed by the Flyers once again. Fortner's right there. Now they'll try to send it up the boards. Still tied up in the corner. Finally gets checked over to the far side behind the net. Right to Bakta. Bakta takes a shot, shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 5, Chase Bakta, unassisted. Flyers tried to clear it, comes straight to Chase Bakta. He slaps it in the back of the net. Knights lead 3-1 with 4:11 remaining in the game. Goins, Chikine, Matthew Fortner, Frederick and Braun. Face-off comes right back to Goins. Now he sends it into the Flyer zone. Flyers will go D to D, retreating back. Now the cross-ice pass. Grabbed by Goins right at the blue line. Fortner pulls it up. Baby Fortner pulled it back there just into the neutral zone, and now they're going to get on offsides. Got to throw in the baby Fortner every once in a while. He's coming up playing some solid hockey here at the MLK Invitational. Flyers win the face-off. They'll go D to D. Kicks it up ahead to Miller. Miller will bring it in. Drops it for Hahn. Here's Fortner. Fortner will get the steal. A body check by Chikine. Fortner will bring it up. He'll go to the center. Up to the left-hand side. Pulls back to the middle. Has a poke checked away. Down goes Chikine. Flyers got the puck. Goins is posted up right in front. Flyers will kick it up the right-hand side. Now cross-ice pass. This will come out to Miller. Miller by himself. Goins with the forecheck. Frederick with the forecheck. Frederick will get the puck. Backside of the net. Chips it up the boards to Fortner. Fortner will backhand it, trying to get it out in the neutral zone. Now it'll come to the neutral zone. Frederick gets tied up. Here comes Fortner. Loose puck grabbed by the Flyers. Sent up the boards. They'll bring it up the left-hand side. And we're going to get an interference on the Flyers. And this will put the Knights to the power play with 3:02 remaining in the game, leading 3-1. Faceoff will come down into the Flyers zone. Fortner, JC, and Banks will come in on the forwards. Bachta and Dunlap on the... No, that won't be it. Dunlap will go to center. Fortner and Bachta will go to defense. JC, Dunlap, and Banks.
This KC Knights power play is brought to you by Power Electric.
Dunlap wins it over to JC. JC to Michael Fortner. Fortner will skate in. Up the right. Skates in deep. Blocked up front. Loose puck now deflected off to the side by the Flyers. This will come to Fortner. He'll backhand it to JC. JC looking. Skates in. He'll take it down to the right. Takes a shot. Goes wide of the net. Bounces over towards Bachta. Bachta will send it back down low. This will come to JC. Dunlap posting up right up front, gets it to Banks. Banks has it deflected, goes off to the side, grabbed by Bachta. Bachta takes it in down deep, back behind the net, into the corner, peels back, leaves it for JC up against the wall. He'll take it down low, back behind the net. Fortner and Dunlap both there. It comes around, shot deflected, back behind the net, grabbed by Dunlap, sends it up the boards to JC. Big body check up there against JC, now pinned up the boards. Fortner will send it down low, right back to Dunlap. We're going to get a penalty on this. Russo's going to go to the bench. We'll get a 6-on-4 if we can control the puck. To JC now, the Flyers will touch it up. This is where we need to keep our composure. They're losing theirs. We need to keep ours. This will be a 5-on-3 power play for the Knights. JC, Bachta, Banks, Fortner, Dunlap. For the next 57 seconds timeout, Knights. And I'm sure Coach Kempkes is going to talk about this. He's going to work something up, try to get another one in there. Do not do anything that's detrimental that'll kill off this 5-on-3. That's what the Knights need to be thinking. Just control the puck. We've got the lead, 1:59 remaining in the game. Look at that balance by Russo up there. He looks like Marissa Neal, the gymnast. Let's see your back handspring there, Josh. He's balancing on that T-beam. There we go. Look at him. Oh! That's about the size of a beam there in gymnastics, too. Look, he's even drinking soda while working that beam. Nice beam work there, Josh. I have not seen a gymnast do that skill yet, drinking a Coke and walking the beam. See if he gets a beam bite if he slips off that. That'll be a nice bruise on the back of the thigh. I've seen those firsthand. All right, we're ready for some action. Timeout's over. We're going to face this off in the Flyer zone. Banks, Dunlap, JC on the forwards. Fortner, Bachta on the defense. One ahead, grabbed by the Flyers. They can't get it clear. Grabbed by JC. He'll try to slap it down low now. He'll send it up the boards. This will come to Bachta. Bachta with some time. He'll skate in right to his forehand. Brings it over to the right. Takes a shot. Oh, way wide left. Down to JC. Backhands it up to Dunlap. Dunlap will slap one around the boards. Fortner races over, holds it in, tries to get it down to Banks. Nice job by Fortner as he holds that in. To his backhand, right to his forehand, shot saved by Santos. Grabbed by the Flyers. Clipped up the boards. Held in by Bakta. Bakta will bring it over right-hand side to Dunlap. Dunlap tries to center it up front. 18 seconds remaining, 5-on-3. Bakta controls it in the corner. Cycles it up the boards. Flyers are right there to get the steal. Now back out to neutralize. They'll backhand it over. 6 seconds, 5, 4. Flyers have got it right at the blue line. Now stolen by JC. Left for Fortner. 5-on-4 power play. Comes right to Banks. Quick shot. Santos with the save. Dunlap grabs it down low. Sends it up the boards. This will come to Bakta. Bakta back down low to JC. Back up to Bakta. JC takes a big shot. He'll send it over to Banks. Sends one back down low. Backhander by Fortner. Santos will cover this one up. 42 seconds left on the power play. 40 seconds left in the game. Knights leading 3-1.
This game is brought to you by Par Electric. Par puts people first.
Goins, Fortner, and Chikini. Matthew Fortner check in. Morrison and Prazel on the defense. Face-off brought to you by CK Print Design. They'll send it off into the corner. Grabbed by the Flyers. Cleared up the boards. Morrison holds it in. Sends one. Santos with the save. Goes far side. Grabbed by Chikini. Chikini will drop pass to Prazel. Prazel will take a shot wide of the net. Blocked up front. Now kicked out in the neutral zone. Prazel will race back for this one. He's coasting. Here comes the Flyers racing after it. He'll get to it first. Slaps it off the boards right to Goins. Goins will clear it up to Matthew Fortner. Fortner will bring it in up the right to his backhand. Loses the puck right to Santos. Santos will clear it off. Final 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the game. Knights take this one 3-1 and have advanced to the semifinals. We do not know which semifinal they'll be in. We will be the 4 seed, I know that. And more than likely, we'll be playing the team we played this morning, Northwest, South Shores, I don't know what they were called, the Hawks. Would be my guess. They were the number 1 seed. I would imagine they are winning. They are playing right next door, so we're probably going to go watch that game real quick, see who pulls that one out. But the Knights will make the semifinals. Final score, Knights 3, Flyers 1. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll post the time on the Facebook page once we find out which semifinal time slot we are in. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.